You ready?
Good evening, everyone. We're going to call this meeting to order at 4:16 p.m. Adoption of the agenda.
That West Elgin Committee of Adjustment hereby adopt the agenda for January 22nd, 2026 as presented.
Mover, please. Deputy Mayor Tellier. Seconded. Councillor Statham. All in favour? It's carried. Adoption of the minutes.
That West Elgin Committee of Adjustment hereby adopt the minutes of May 8th, 2025 Committee of Adjustment as presented.
Mover, please. Councillor Statham. Seconded. Deputy Mayor Tellier. That's all in favour? That's carried. Thank you. The purpose of the meeting.
The purpose of this public meeting of the West Elgin Committee of Adjustment is to allow the presentation of 2 applications for minor variance and to allow interested members of the public an opportunity to ask questions or offer comments with regards to these applications. Written comments must be submitted to the Secretary Treasurer of the committee. If any member of the public would like to be notified in writing of the Committee of Adjustment decision on a particular application, they are to provide their name and mailing address to the Secretary Treasurer at clerk@westelgin.net. This will also entitle you to be advised of possible land planning appeals, tribunals, hearings in the event the decision on an application is appealed. Notice was sent by regular mail on January 9th, 2026 to property owners within 60 meters or 200 feet of the subject properties and to agencies requiring notice.
Okay. So we go to 6, minor variance. D-12 2-2025. 6.1 planners report. Robert Brown, Mr. Planner, over to you.
You're muted, Robert.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Robert, we'll also just need you to speak pretty loud as the sound is coming out of a laptop today.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
I will speak loudly then. The application that's before you today is the second for the Thames Valley District School Board property located at 139 and 145 Graham Street. The purpose of it is to recognize a reduction in lot frontage, and this is a result of the school board surplusing the lands on which the school is located for sale to a third party. The Land Division Committee approved the severance at its November meeting, and one of the conditions of that severance was to recognize the reduction in lot frontage. Just as a little background, when going through this, the severance and the variance itself, the property that's being severed off is actually slightly larger than what it originally was. There were lands that were acquired from the farm parcel actually to the rear of the school that were likely added just before the school itself was constructed. There was additional lands needed to build the school to the north of the existing high school. They were added on and became part of the overall site, but when that school closed and became surplus, the school board came forward, obviously putting out requests for the purchase of the property. A third party was successful in that, and the school board proceeded with the severance. The access point that's used currently, or was used, I guess as part of the high school, was used in its current format for many, many years for the public school for accessing it and also accessing the high school. As a result of the pending severance, the high school undertook a couple of years ago some redevelopment on the site to separate the two sites, expand parking, put bus parking, better bus parking on the property, and new access, leaving separate ability to access and sever off this parcel. It's been through the 4 tests, and based on the current use on the property, the variance does pass each of the 4 tests. It does meet the intent and purpose of the official plan and zoning bylaw. It is appropriate for the potential reuse of the school as it sits today. If future uses come forward, that may not, they may have to address that reduction in frontage and what is being proposed, potentially being proposed in the future. We'll have to address that, and that's been some discussions we've had with the prospective purchaser of the property. And then lastly, passing the first three tests, the variance in question is minor. As I mentioned, this portion of the property has effectively functioned with that limited frontage since it was originally developed. As was mentioned, outside agencies were circulated, as was the public, and a sign posted on the property, and the notice was posted to the municipal website. We have not had any feedback from the public at this point at the time of writing of the report. And unless there are questions from the public or the committee, that is all I have, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. And any public comments? Yes, sir.
If you
If
could
you-
just
if you-
come to the podium, please. Thank you.
My name's David Nyans. I'm one of the,
If you just switch it, the mic on.
check.
Correct.
All right, thanks. So I'm one of the residents, along my property backs onto, the property affected. I'd like to know, I would have gone to the county, but due to the time required and, conflicting with my work schedule, it was not convenient at all. So this is my first opportunity I'm taking to ask some questions. What is the projected or proposed use for this property?
Robert, please, can you answer that one?
Well, currently the use of the property is limited to what's permitted in the institutional zone. The school obviously permits other institutional uses, municipal uses. You could potentially put church, hospital, another school could be reused. So that's what it's limited to currently. If anything, if a prospective purchaser wants to change the use or put additional uses in there, a zoning application would have to come forward. And that would be another application that would come before council, and the neighbors would also be notified at that time with particular details of what the request is.
Just to recapitulate, the uses that are presently allowed are church, school, or institutional, is that correct?
Correct. It's bear with me a moment here. The exact uses that are permitted in the institutional zone.
Robert,
Yes.
could we ask you maybe sit closer and speak up louder? Just because we're having technical difficulties today, so maybe from your end, we'll need you to be a bit louder. Thank you.
Okay, not a problem. Is that better?
Minorly.
Okay. I will switch stuff around here a little bit. I might be covering up my mic. Okay. Specifically, the uses in the institutional zone are listed as church, church camp, a club, community center, daycare, day nursery. It does permit a dwelling unit. However, that's in combination with one of the permitted uses, funeral home, retirement home, institutional use, which again, that can encompass a number of different uses, long-term healthcare facility, a private or public school, or a public park. That is a complete list of potential institutional uses on that property today.
Thank you. My other question is, are there any properties along Graham Street that back onto this subject property that are in the process of any sale negotiations or are being sold to facilitate this project and its furtherance that we don't know really much about yet?
I am not aware of anything to that effect. I've had no discussions with anybody, and that's something that would really be beyond the municipality necessarily knowing if someone is approaching somebody about purchasing one of the properties along Graham.
Thank you. concern as well. In 2012, when the freshwater pipelines were being redone, and obviously I recognize that that was in the public good. We suffered a crack that was quite lengthy to our foundation because of all the compacting that was going on of the soil. Is there a construction plan so far yet? And what is the process? Obviously, that'll take a process if there's going to be some development. I suspect there will obviously be redevelopment of the subject lands. What sort of protections do the owners adjoining the subject property have vis-a-vis when there's unforeseen construction damage caused to their property?
I'm not aware of any redevelopment. Like, let's just for example, if the school were to be removed, or repurposed, or if the lands were to be, say, repurposed to a residential subdivision, there'd be a process that would be gone through, quite a lengthy and detailed process that would be gone through at that time. In terms of safeguards against construction, if there's any type of major construction going on in proximity to anyone's property, your lawyer or any type of construction contractor would likely say, and the contractor themselves may quite often take pictures and benchmark current conditions on neighboring properties, just in the event that there are issues. The municipality does require developments to carry security bonds on the property, and they are required also to carry liability insurance just themselves. So any work that occurs, if there are damage and if it's been properly documented, would potentially be covered by the developer through their liability coverage if it were to happen.
Okay, thank you for that. We were able to effect a repair with hydraulic cement, and it's holding nicely, and that's why we didn't come forward with that concern at the time. But I think it is something that bears consideration. So I appreciate you telling me what safeguards there are. Can I have one more?
Just one.
So at this point right now, there's no projected redevelopment plan or anything for this property. Is that correct?
There has been an application that has been received, but we're not in a position at this point to come forward to the public. The application's not been deemed complete as yet. Once it is, then we will be able to provide the public with notice. That will be forthcoming likely next week. We'll be in a position to deem the application complete, and you will be receiving another notice on prospective plans. That's about all I can share though at this point.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Further yes, please. If you wouldn't mind stating your name and then carrying on.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the committee. My name is Ben Puzanov. I'm with the Thames Valley District School Board. Wanted to thank staff for the report and recommendations. We agree with the analysis and would encourage the committee to approve the variances. We're of course available to answer any questions as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone further? Seeing none. Committee comments. Seeing no comments. Can I have the recommendation, please?
The recommendation is that West Elgin Committee of Adjustment hereby receive the report from Robert Brown, planner, regarding minor variance application D13 2-2025, recommendation report, planning report 2026-02, and that West Elgin Committee of Adjustment grant minor variance D13 2-2025 to obtain relief from section 24.1, table 23-1, item 2, to reduce the minimum lot frontage from 30 meters to 10 meters without conditions.
Move it, please. Councillor Statham, seconded. Councillor Denning, all in favour? That's carried, thank you. So we go to 7, which is a minor variance, D-12, 3-2025. We go to a planner's report, and Mr. Robert Brown, it's over to you again.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The subject property is located on Queens Line. This went before the Land Division Committee back a couple of months ago. This was to reestablish the property as two individual lots. There was a rural residential lot that had merged with the larger holding as a result of the death of one of the owners. The Land Division Committee approved that severance again, and you'll notice a bit of a theme tonight. There was a necessity as one of the conditions to recognize a reduction in lot frontage. Effectively, it wasn't really reducing lot frontage below what it currently was prior to the rural residential lot and the larger holding having merged. It was simply putting it back to the way it had been since the mid-60s when the properties were originally separated and created as individual parcels. In effect, this is a technical requirement as a result of the reestablishment. It passes all 4 of the tests under the minor variance, maintains the intent, purpose of the OP and zoning, is minor in nature, and is appropriate for the continued use and development of the lands. As such, unless there's questions from the committee or the public, that is all I have, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Any public comments? Seeing none. Committee comments? Seeing none. Can I have the recommendation, please?
The recommendation is that West Elgin Committee of Adjustment hereby receives the report from Robert Brown, planner, regarding minor variance application D13, 3-2025, recommendation report, planning report 2026-03, and that West Elgin Committee of Adjustment grant minor variance D13, 3-2025 to obtain relief from section 7.1, table 7-1, item 2, to reduce the minimum lot frontage from 30 meters to 12 meters without conditions.
Move it, please. Councillor Statham, seconded. Councillor Denning, all in favour? That's carried. That brings us to 8, which is an adjournment.
That West Elgin Committee of Adjustment hereby closes the public meeting held pursuant to the Planning Act at 4:34 p.m.
Move it, please. Deputy Mayor Tellier, seconded. Councillor Statham, all in favour? That's carried. Thank you very much.